Where did I leave it last time? I think we were still talking about perfectionism. Lastly, I would like to say on this subject that perfectionists need to control the mood in the room, depending on how they feel. This is something I learned from my sister-in-law. I never thought about it this way, but once she said that to me, I was like, that is also a narcissist behavior. Well, it is not fair for the kids to be home and having to keep calm, but also pretend to be happy and also not react to anything that might trigger the perfectionist or narcissist. So there are no fights. It is unfair that the rest need to do all the work around them because they don't want to look at their problems, change or pay attention to their needs of other people. It is unfair they don't allow others to show their emotions. But my ultimate mantra is, who cares? Which brings me to the next subject of conversation. This is also one of the hardest things I still fight against, with myself of course. Growing up in an environment where I am asked about everything I do, even if there is just no explanation, has brought me a lot of anxiety as an adult. As a kid, I had to hide a paper I will put in the trash can because I will get asked why I trashed it and what was it for. I used to have a trash can in my bedroom, but I was blamed for using it and for putting paper that were to be shredded in the trash can, rather than having it clean and empty. It was a daily fight of me trying to explain the purpose of a trash can, and my parents demanding to have the room clean, tidy, perfect and clean. Yes, I know I said that twice. Because it was already clean. I understand that we need to encourage kids to be organized, but when it becomes to an extreme, that's when it becomes perfectionism. This is called a surveillance, and it brings no positive outcomes. So ultimately, who cares, or is this relevant, became something that I go through in my mind, like questions that I ask myself to move on from a non-existing problem. For example, if I put a glass of water on the living room table, I generally hear other people shout around the house, "Who has put this glass on the table?" When ultimately what they actually try to say is, "Please put it away." The who is not important. If there are only 2 people in the house and it wasn't you, you know who it was. When you look for a who, you're just trying to find someone to blame. But we're talking about a harmful glass of water, so now I know that it's unimportant who put it there. When I am no longer drinking water, I'll clean it up and put it in the dishwasher. As an adult in my own house now, having a glass of water permanently outside of the kitchen makes me relieved that I can do it without having a heart attack or anxiety. Plus, I stay hydrated all day. That way I don't forget to drink water. And please believe me when I say that I put real life examples. I remember once when I accidentally did this on someone else's house and she stopped talking to me for over 3 days. But I don't shout anymore, for example, and I learned this through therapy as well. I saw it clearly every time I came back home as an adult. I don't only mean in conversation or discussions, which I explain in a chapter I think. I also mean in the house or on the phone. In the house, if I need something, I will stand up and go find point my partner and ask. I don't scream from the other side of the house if he's not in front of me, because I don't know if the other person is listening to something, reading, relaxing, or even on a phone call. If somebody screams at me from the other side of the house, demanding their attention or asking something, and it's not urgent, I try to not reply. They can come ask me in a healthy tone, because shouting does not educate and, on the contrary, deteriorates the bonds between parents and children, or any relationship, and it generates negative consequences for the socio-affective development of girls and boys, as I read in a study. Not shouting develops an autocontrol and strength over rage. However, when someone is reacting to something bad that happened to them, telling them to relax is not helpful either, because dismissing the problem so you are not annoyed by their anxiety is selfish. Somebody yells when emotions are channeled improperly, but just because it's almost inevitable, it doesn't mean it's justified. For this reason, when it happens, it is convenient to apologize, calmly explain the reasons why we have lost our nerves, and acknowledge that we have not been able to manage the situation in order to prevent it from happening on more occasions, the Spanish Dr. Ivan Carbaño assures. When we yell, we set a very bad example for our children. We teach them to mismanage emotions, to have no self-control, and they will grow up believing that yelling is a good strategy to make themselves heard and understood, when we can realize that these reactions produce exactly the opposite. So where do I want to get after this? To overreaction. Sometimes a person who yells generally overreacts. Overreacts happens when you get upset over little things. Emotional regulation strategies can involve reducing negative emotions, increasing positive emotions, or both. Generally, parents lie when they say you can tell them everything, because when you do, there is an overreaction and probably a fight out of context of understanding. Perhaps you overreact because you have a strong reaction to feeling ignored. Maybe you never felt heard by a parent, sibling, a friend, or a partner. And now when your partner doesn't listen to you, you react in anger or extreme sadness. Think about what your triggers are and write them down. This way you can identify them, because this is the first step, so that your feelings are conscious and don't sneak up on you. I am still learning how to deal with people who get angry frequently and who control the mood of the room based on their feelings, even if they're not aware of this, of course. But the most important thing to do, I think, is to never get to their level. Know how to respond and know how to react. Don't react. Because narcissist people tend to react to situations they cannot control and jump to the defensive. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please hit subscribe and like it. There are others that I've been talking about this subject or related ones. so stay tuned for more. Goodbye.